We are live. Oh.
We're live.
Sorry.
Are we? Are we not?
Yeah, now we are live.
Nice. Hey. Hello. Good evening, Ascendants. Good evening to everyone watching us from wherever you are. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is our fifth developer live stream, and today we have once again super interesting content for us. We will look into the features that will be live on S12 in a few days only, something that many players have asked for quite some time, which is leveling up Warlords. And you can not only level up Warlords, but you can even level up the single units. And we will have a close look at how this works today, presented by Holga and Dario. But not only that, we will also look at another exciting Warlord clash challenge. We will have two Warlords, which is Aphaca and Gwinma, two very strong Warlords fighting each other. And you will have the chance to win a bunch of Sapphires for the S12 server by predicting who is going to win. And before we start, let me quickly introduce myself. For those who don't know me yet, my name is Ceres, or well, I'm known as Ceres. My name is Andrei, actually. I'm the communications manager for Arkheim Realms at War. With us today is Sami, our amazing community management team lead. Sami, welcome.
Hey, everyone.
And then we have Dario, our game designer. Hello, Dario.
Hello, thank you.
And we have Holga, our game director. Holga, thanks for being with us.
Hey, welcome.
And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to quickly review the winners of the S10 server that will end today. And this is what the current ranking looks like. No, excuse me, this is S11. Here we are looking at the rankings of S10. And we want to congratulate Beer Holders, a very cool name, who ascended eternally after 102 hours. Congratulations to Beer Holders. Also congratulations for a worthy second place to Lorien and Moria on the 4th island, and on the 3rd island, Valhalla, not for the first time in the top rankings. Congratulations to Valhalla for a 3rd place, and of course also congratulations to KTR for winning Island 3, Stropicio for winning Island 2, and Old Germany for the 1st place on Island 1. Congrats. And now we will have a very quick look at the current server, which is S11. And the 4th island will be unlocked very soon. None of the realms have yet enough orbs to ascend, but that's fine because we still have a couple of days to go. At the moment in the lead, Spartula with 137k orbs. Second place, Candyland. And Candyland is quite active in Discord. I've seen them, or a couple of memes about Candyland on Discord, I think, as well. And Brazen Bulwark on the 3rd place of Island 3. And as always, we are looking forward to the showdown on the 4th island once the 4th island unlocks. Good luck to everyone for the server S11. Server S12 will start quite soon. It will start on Monday, as usual, at 11 a.m. Central European time. And we can't wait to have you guys on the server and also try out the new features that we will introduce to the server. We need your feedback because these features are quite some game changers as well. So your feedback is super crucial. Please try them out and talk to us on Discord, because your feedback is crucial and essential for us to keep improving the game and also the balancing. Right. Let's get to the next point, which is the Warlord Clash challenge. So what's going to happen is, right now, Holga is going to present us two Warlords, which is Gwinma and Aphaca. Those two Warlords will have a battle, and you will have to predict who is going to win. Just write it in the chat of this live stream. Add your name, subscribe to the channel, very important, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let us know who you think is going to win, Gwinma or Aphaca. And don't forget to type which server you would like to receive the prize, the 300 Sapphires, in case you predict correctly. Sami will then select 5 random winners who will get 300 Sapphires on their account on either S11 or on S12 starting on Monday. And without further ado, I'm handing over to Holger, who will now present us the battle.
Yeah, so just going shortly over the warlords that you can see it in details. So we have here the dwarf Gwinma, with the Crater Maker, quite a lot of them, and the Supreme Equalizer as the top tier. Artillery unit, Supreme Equalizer has a bonus against cavalry, which will counter basically here the Whisperers, while the Crater Maker has the fighting strength against elves in general, which is our opponent. On the other side, we have the Sky Pursers, best unit against the infantry with 100% bonus, very powerful. And the Whisperer with the global bonus against dwarves. Maybe shortly look into the items also. The Gwinma has a lot of fighting strength of this time, whole of the army, also for their artillery buffed, very additionally a little bit morale, and here the fighting strength for infantry only. Her general skill is a 5 initiative increase, which will help her a little bit, while Aphaca has the 50% crit damage chance, which is a very powerful one. And we topped it even with some more crit chances, so 25% of crit chance on top of it, and another 22% chance of it on top of it, and to have even more chance items, 35% of blocking damage, reflecting damage, sorry, not blocking, and 36% of direct damage. So quite everything on fighting strength, whereas quite everything on crits and chances, basically. So I guess that's now your time to really decide, the last time before we start the play button. So
we have looking at the chat, we have very interesting results, because despite Gwinma having more fighting strength and more moral and anti-elf troops, everyone is voting for Aphaca, I suppose, because of the crit. I suppose everyone is assuming that Aphaca has like 100% crit rate with the 50% chance of dealing critical damage as a Warlord skill, plus all the crit items. Is that accurate, that we are close to a 100% crit chance?
Yeah, basically that's what maybe some people expect, but it's in reality a little bit different. That's why we want to use also this setup to explain a little bit how the chances are working. I wanted to wait until the first crit is missed, but the crit chances are calculated a little bit different. So basically they are always rolled separately. So if first of all the Warlord skill will be checked, so there's a 50% chance to crit or not. If she's not critting, then the next item with the highest chance will be checked. So basically 25% chance, another dice roll basically, if it's hit or not. If it's not hit, then the next item with a 22% chance will be checked. In total, of course, you gain still more crit chance, but it will not add up to 97% what you may expect. But no, it's really separated dice rolls, so it's still an option to stack the same chances, but you will gain a little bit less if you stack always the same items.
I see.
And the important part is you can only crit one time. That means all items are ignored once one crit hits. So it's much worse to have the separate chances than if you would add up just the chances, which would lead to 97%. And yeah, having this separately, I don't know, is maybe something around 70. I didn't calculate that.
See, interesting. Well, I just hope that Aphaca wins, because if Gwinma wins, then we will have not a single player getting the Sapphires, and nobody is going for Gwinma.
I think one I can't pronounce that.
Kestutis,
yes.
Very brave of you for voting on Gwinma. If Gwinma wins, then you definitely will be one of the guaranteed winners. So.
Except we don't know what his player name or server is, so there's no clue where to send the prize if Gwinma wins.
Yes, you still have the chance, Kestutis. Let us know what your player name and server is, so we can contact you in case Gwinma wins.
Okay.
So I see there is still a couple of players voting. I think let's give the crowd maybe 10 more seconds, and then we can maybe start. I see nothing else is coming in. Okay, then I think we can start with the battle.
I think it's time. So let's see what is happening. So first crit, basically. So maybe just one thing I want to explain in this fight also. Then we sometimes get questions why there in this case now 30% of bonus is here shown, even if there is 100%. In fact, we are calculating the two different, so he has 70%, he has 100%, and they are against each other, so the difference will be built, and the units will get a 30% bonus, basically, right? In the visible. Just want to show it. Again a crit. And did we miss already? Yeah, there we missed one, for example. So it's not 97% basically. But it will be close. Great. Oh, almost. But yeah, the crits were too strong basically. Yeah. So basically Aphaca won. Crit were too strong. Basically.
That was a close one, yeah.
Very close one.
Well, congratulations to everyone who voted for Aphaca. I think it's anyway the most among the Elven players. It's pretty much Aphaca is pretty much the favorite warlord, I think. Congrats, guys, and we will contact 5 of you on Discord and let you know if you won. Great. Thanks for this battle. We will have another interesting pair coming up in the next live stream, so don't miss your chance. We will make it trickier and trickier. Next point would be the highlight of this live stream, which is the new content, the new features that will come onto the server on Monday, and Holger and Dario will now present those features to us, which is the leveling of the Warlords and unit upgrades.
Yeah, so today we want to present you a little bit very big upgrade of the game, basically. We extended the game, let's switch into the game, with the possibility now to level up your warlords. Our main reason behind it was we had already the war runes of the warlords, which you kind of could upgrade it already, but they did not had the effect we wanted to have, because you basically spared all your war runes until the end, except if you are using this reskill option, and have directly at the end, as soon as you unlocked the highest warlord, a maxed out warlord, and can use basically this one. Now with the possibility to level them up, you also have to level them up. That means you really need to use your warlords in action to gain your benefits from using it, basically. So how this looks like, basically, you know your warlords like always, so they are the same, but they all have now also an XP bar, gaining XP from fighting, basically. They gain XP as well from PvE, but mostly of PvP fights, to level them up as soon as you unlocked some new levels. You will be able to invest it in a new, more or less, skill tree of the Warlord. You have basically 8 skills to select from, and each skill has 5 levels of it. The skills will be basically additional slot capacity, so to stack more units in it. Those skills are splitted into the different slots. So these ones are for the first slot, those for the second slot, and for the third slot, which correspond to the unit slots. And a similar story, but not for the capacity, now new also for the fighting strength as a bonus, basically. So you can skill this, and this slot will be get additional 2% of fighting strength, basically. Also, what you know from the Warlord runes, basically, is still the Warlord speed, affects everything, of course, if you movement, and the overall morale, to increase the morale of it. If you look at the slots, you can see that they will increase, so capacity level 5 is, for example, give you also 7%, while first only 5%, and they pile up, basically. Yeah, that are your options, basically, and you can now find your way through it, what to get the most use of it, giving you hopefully way more variety in your gameplay, which wallet to use, maybe even upgrading or using a lower one for a longer time because he has already a higher level, before switching to a high-end warlord, which you still need to level up first. So we hope that the warlords in general get more variety with it, more different types of usage, basically, and yeah, more options for you to play, basically.
Yeah, something you can't see here is that Hogger, if you could choose a warlord with a lower level, then you would see that you need to reach a certain level in order to unlock a skill. Because otherwise it would be a no-brainer to just vest everything into the same skill, because the numbers also increase. And this way, with a level restriction, it's a little bit more tricky, that you have to select different skills and have to decide which skill you really invest a little bit more points in. And something else that Olga already mentioned is, with the new system, we hope that some of the beginning or midterm warlords become more valid and stay more valid for a longer time, that it's not automatically the case that you always exchange the latest warlords with some of the others, but you maybe skip one warlord and keep on using the previous warlord. So you have to think a little bit more about the warlord usage, and it's also a little bit more like training your warlords really than just investing the soul runes. Which also goes a little bit in this direction, is that we will change the training ground, and the training ground will allow you to specifically choose one warlord you want to train there, and get the XP for the warlord, but not for your avatar anymore. So no player XP anymore in the training ground, only for the warlord.
And the other option to train your Warlord is, of course, fighting other people, basically. So let's just do that quickly. So cheating a little bit that we don't need to wait. So, and if you look now at the battle report, which is also a little bit new, you can see now that your fight has now always the modificator of the two fighting realms, so you can gain more XP if the enemy you are attacking is way bigger than you, basically, as it is in the war system, now also a little bit in the normal fight system, and hopefully also a little bit more clear than before. We added this everywhere that you also now can see how much XP you get. And talking about more details of what is happening, we have also something very nice for you, since getting all the overview about Warlord is now with 8 skills, maybe a little bit more tricky. We increased now the transparency, basically how things are calculated, so you now can click on a Warlord and you will get a nice view what everything is taking in place, basically, to calculate the bonus of a Warlord, basically. So there's a new overview where you should get basically all the information you need, and you can click it on the different places where Warlords are. Yeah, one thing that you additionally can now use your soul energy you got from the fight, basically, is another big change in the game, that you now can upgrade your troops. You may have seen already there are some small new icons on my troops here because they are already upgraded. So in your academy you will now find the option academy is now unlocked with level 12 to upgrade your units that you have already unlocked. That requires especially time and soul energy. Soul energy you only get from PvP fights, so we hope to really create an incentive here also to do more PvP fights in the game, and even if you are losing your fights, you will gain some long-term benefits by achieving some soul energy. This soul energy you can invest now to really increase the level of a unit. For example, now my tier 1 Eisenwache or Iron Guard unit, I should have switched to English, my interface. Sorry for that. I just recognize it. So the fighting strength is increased currently by 1 if I now upgrade it additionally. And as you can see now, not now because I didn't selected it, you can see here in the top left corner there is now a new icon place that you always can see which levels they are, but you can also go into the tooltip where now it's written which levels they are with Stufe 4 or level 4 in this case, and the fighting strength is even increased all the time. Yeah, what to say more to the unit upgrades, Dario? Did I forgot something again?
Maybe
No. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I think you
yeah.
mentioned everything.
Now, one important thing I forgot. Upgrading your academy is, of course, giving you a bonus. This bonus in this time is now the research duration will be reduced. So your research tempo will be increased if you are upgrading your academy. So upgrading units takes significant amount of time. So consider upgrading your academy also.
especially, yeah, that is what I wanted to mention, that you really need a lot of time, especially for the later units on the bigger levels to research your units, and that by this you also have to decide a bit for which units you go. So even with a lot of soul energy, you won't be able to research all your units to top level or to max level.
And in total, you can upgrade your units by 9 times to level 10, basically, starting from level 1. Maybe also worth to mention it. Yeah. Something more for the unit upgrades? I think we covered it. Then we have another change, basically, since we are talking about soul energy. We also did improve a short thing about the upgrading of unit items, basically. So beforehand, their costs to upgrading a item was always based just on the rarity. Now it's also based on the tier of an item. So here we have a tier 1 green item, and to upgrade this, for example, now it costs only 2,500 soul energy, while if we are going to a green tier 2 unit item, if we upgrade this, it will cost us already 25,000 soul energy, making it less costly for the beginning of it, early use, but a better scaling of it. Of course, tier 3 will be even way more expensive.
But you have to say that the legendary upgrade, for example, is for all tiers less expensive. So the costs are a little bit reduced at the very high end.
Okay. So, do we have any questions to the current changes?
I have one question from Kron in Discord. Do warlords only get experience points from their own fights, or the full experience from the total battle with all warlords?
Yeah, they first and foremost get, or they only get XP for their own fights. So they really have to participate in a one-on-one against another warlord, and this is where they get their XP for.
How about the warlords who have this unique skill, like 60% more experience? Will that go to the avatar or to the warlord?
That will go to both, because the warlord gets the XP bonus, and you can say that the warlord also provides his XP bonus to the player, so to say. So all XP from the warlords added up are the player XP, and the player also gets a little bit of bonus for the realm. But the general thinking is that all the single warlord experience gains get added up and make the player experience.
There is in fact even a little bit more factor to it. So if you look at the battle report here in the overview, that is basically the XP you totally gained from your player, for your avatar, basically. And if you look into the single fights, this XP should be then the XP your warlord and your your avatar gets. So all your fights summed up, plus there is a small bonus on top of it for fighting for your avatar, will end to the sum. To this sum, as you see here, I get a little bit more than I had on my warlord, because it is a small reward of it, basically. But yeah.
No other questions.
And in this case, I have a question from my side, because I'm now wondering what happens if during endgame I transform my warlord to a fallen warlord. Will they keep collecting experiences in the same way? Experience points?
Yes, basically, yes, but of course, for the fallen troops, the experience is reduced, so you don't get as much experience for a fallen.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Maybe talking about fallen, small thing to discover in the new version is also, there's a new tooltip for the units basically, and there you can now see in game also how much fallen they will provide if they die, / how much XP they will get if they get killed, basically. So some more information here to understand it better.
Great.
I think there's some additional questions, like the question if you can boost the upgrading time. And yeah, basically you can shorten you can increase the speed of upgrading your units by upgrading your academy. Yeah.
Yeah, there's another question regarding reskilling the Warlord. Basically, as soon... Oh, you don't show the game. If you are not satisfied with your current skilling, then you can use a Scroll of the Phoenix, basically, to reset your points and redistribute it from newly, how you want to have it, basically. But, of course, the progress is always tied to the Warlord, so this will not be able to take over to another Warlord like it was before with the War Runes. Now you need to level up your Warlords really in fight, always.
Do we have anything else from Discord?
Nothing from Discord. There's one comment that I'm wondering about from Flavio Petro. Player experience keeps getting nerfed. I don't like that very much. I'm not sure what this comment is based on. Is player experience getting nerfed?
I think the only area where we give less player experience is that the training ground does not provide player experience anymore. But if you think of it, that makes it in some sense more worthy. So that was kind of a boost all players got without having to fight, and without the training ground experience, yeah, it's more important to actually do something in the game fight. So yeah, if you see it this way, by giving less player experience, it's kind of worth more, I would say.
Here's a good question. How will these skills that you upgraded your Warlord with, how will they transfer to the Warlord when you turn the Warlord into the Fallen version? Will all the numbers be based on the same percentage, or are there any differences?
You always upgrade kind of the base values of the Warlord, and when you transfer it into another version, so in the Fallen version, there is kind of a fixed ratio to what this converts. So you kind of, if you, for example, the morale will be the same. The speed is 5 times, I think. So when you upgrade your Warlord by the speed of 2, the Fallen version gets the speed of 10, and all values will get proportionally increased for the Fallen version of your Warlord. Same for the slot size, for example.
Okay.
All right, I think all questions are answered. And if you have any further questions, then feel free to just drop them in Discord after the live stream, and we will answer them as soon as we can. And before we conclude the live stream, as usual, maybe a last small comment, or maybe we can call it even an honorable mention. A quick shout out, kudos to two very special players who managed to find the first two scrolls and answer the first two questions. Question number 4 of our Forgotten Secrets of Arkheim event. What was supposed to bring safety to those who were to pass the dungeon halls? Congrats to Solania, who replied who replied to this question, which is the Hymns of the Ancients. And we also have a player from the Russian community, which is, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Kailovastar. Probably I didn't pronounce that correctly, but his reply was 253, which is the amount of people who made it to the final dungeon floor in the Times of the Ancients. Congrats for that. And there are still 6 questions that can be answered. And for each question that you answer correctly, you will get either 3,000 sapphires or a Arkheim t-shirt, an exclusive Arkheim t-shirt shipped to your home. So have a look at your dungeon if you find something like a scroll.
Doesn't work.
All right, no further questions. Then thank you very much, everyone, for participating. And don't forget to join S12, which will start on Monday at 11 a.m. in the morning, Central European time. And until then, have a fantastic day. Good luck for the 4th island on server S11, and have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thanks a lot.
Bye.
Have a great
Thank
weekend.
you.